What up, Entourage, and welcome to Week 8 Waiver Wires. Now, I'm going to be quite frank with you guys. I thought there was a lot more better players, and I started really, breaking stuff down because you know how I do. And I have basically two rules. If it's not a league winner, or if you can't play him, right away, then I'm really not that interested. There's a lot of players you maybe could play as a bye week filler, but guys that have actual, staying power, didn't see that many, but there are a few, just like there are every week. But I was struggling. I'm not gonna lie. Well, guys, I won't waste any more of your time. Let's get into it. The fantasy football Entourage for winning. So, if you're new to the channel, thank you, welcome. Please give it a like, a thumbs up, all that good stuff, a sub, ideally. Because we're gonna break it down. It's gonna be different, guys. I guarantee you, this waiver wire, especially, it's probably a lot different than what you see out there. But again, I'm very picky, just in life. I'm picky with girls, with clothes, where I go, what movies I watch. I'm very picky on who I have on my fantasy team. If you haven't already, premium content, 4 emails a week, complete waiver wire, hidden free agent gems. That goes out today. Tomorrow is my buy, sell, hold list, basically trade targets. Thursday, our rankings, and then a Saturday updated version of those rankings after the practice and injury reports. All right, guys, I'm going to put in the comment if you're interested in that. You could also email me, info.fantasyfootballrapper@gmail.com. So my first waiver ad is Jermichael Hasty. I really like, because again, I go by what I see. You know what I'm saying? I don't always go by just the consensus, and I also go by how the player fits in that system. And Jermichael Hasty fits Kyle Shanahan's zone scheme to a T. He's a pass catcher. He's explosive, so he's able to explode through those, zone holes. And the opportunities there. Obviously, Mostert is out. If you've been following my content, you know I absolutely don't like Jerick McKinnon at all. He's fragile. I mean, they said the reason he didn't play last week, which pretty much the whole fantasy community started him, just like 2 weeks ago, he was an RB1, had a couple big games or a couple big runs, really. And then they said because they've been playing him too much. They haven't even been playing him that much. Not like he's had 20 carry games or anything like that. So I think it's total bullshit, for lack of better terms. So that's why I like Hasty. Hasty looks better. I think he fits I think he's a better, ball carrier. I believe McKinnon's yards per carry career are under 4. So he's not a good in-between tackles running. Yes, I'll give him. He's a good pass catcher. But the 49ers don't really target their running backs all that often. So there's really nothing that I think McKinnon's that much better, if better at all, than Hasty. And Hasty's just younger, obviously more durable, at least for now. He doesn't have that injury-prone tag. And he's also kind of stocky. He's got a BMI in the 72 percentile, which is good. So he's short. He's 5'8", but over 205 pounds. So he's compact. Those are the type of players that usually make it in this league. So probably my favorite waiver, long story short, is Jermichael Hasty. Okay? Like I said, Jeff Wilson's probably out. Mostert is out. Coleman, I believe, still out. Between him and McKinnon, there's going to be 2 running backs. I like him more. My second guy is a teammate, Brandon Aiyuk. Now, I'm going to be quite frank. Brandon Aiyuk has played better than I expected. His tape was okay. I just didn't know how he was going to translate, because as much as I don't like McKinnon, and this sucks because the 49ers are my team. I don't know if you guys know that, but the 49ers are my team, but I'm very ejected. I'm not a blind fan. I hate Jimmy Garoppolo. I think he sucks. And that's why I wasn't really high on Brandon Aiyuk, and I wasn't as high on most on Debo, besides the fact that motherfucker's injury prone. Okay, so, which is why I like Aiyuk. Debo, injured, like always. And even though I don't like Jimmy, Kyle Shanahan is still an amazing play caller. They're going to find creative ways to get Brandon Aiyuk the ball. He's going to assume that Debo role, which if you guys watch the games, they give Debo quite a few carries, short passes, the opportunity to make plays, okay? Because that's what Brandon Aiyuk is. We saw that big leap he had. He's tall. He's got a huge wingspan. He's pretty fast as well. There's really nothing he can't do. So he's definitely impressed me. I don't like him with Debo, even though he led the 49ers this past week in receiving. So that was surprising. But I definitely like him without Debo. So Brandon Aiyuk, really, really like him. Somebody that can be on your team permanent, not somebody you're just renting. The same thing with Hasty. We don't know how long Mostert's going to be out. It's only a matter of time before McKinnon's out. Coleman hasn't really looked that good. So, and Jeff Wilson's nothing special. Okay. Third, this is going to surprise some people. So while everybody's telling you to pick up Carlos Hyde, and this is why I wait a long time for my rankings, but waivers is obviously tonight, and we probably won't find out more about this. Maybe later today, but probably not till tomorrow before it's too late. So, while everybody's telling you to get Carlos Hyde, I'm telling you to get DJ Dallas. He's the only one who is healthy. Carson, most likely to miss. Got a midfoot sprain, I believe is what they're calling it. And then, I think Hyde also got an injury. I want to say a hamstring, soft tissue. I doubt he plays. If he plays, how good is he going to be? Okay. And then Homer has a knee contusion as well. He's nothing special either. So just the fact that DJ Dallas was active last game with Carson and Hyde and Homer tells you a lot. Obviously, the coaching staff speaks highly of him, and he's a pass catcher. A pass catcher on a potent offense and might be the only healthy back. Okay. I would say if it's a knee contusion, contusion is another word for bruise. I would say even Homer has a better chance of starting than, Carlos Hyde. But I don't know how, the extent of any of these injuries are. And we probably won't know till they begin practicing tomorrow, which is why, we're ahead of the game here, guys. DJ Dallas, he's looked good. I like what I saw out of film, and especially in PPR leagues, it's very important that you get you pass catching backs, and add to the fact he's on a potent offense. Love DJ Dallas. Okay. And, maybe he doesn't have that stayability. I don't know if that's a word, but at least for this week, and a lot of you guys are in must-win situations. And because it's talent's there, I don't mind picking him up. Because it's not like, Giovanni Bernard, for instance, which is why he didn't make the list. I don't really like his talent, even though he's produced. He's a pretty good pass catcher, but I think it was a matter of situation. They were down, which Cincinnati's going to be down, but I don't know. Mixon, it wasn't a foregone conclusion that he was going to miss this game, so I'm thinking he could be back. But DJ Dallas, at least he looks good, and Carlos Hyde isn't exactly special, and Chris Carson's always injured, so there is a chance that he has staying power. Okay? So, I know, shocker. I haven't seen DJ Dallas too many lists. At least not top 5, because that's what I do, give you guys the top 5. The other player is Gus Edwards. Kind of similar to DJ Dallas, where there's multiple backs. You got Ingram, you got Dobbins, and, you got Gus Edwards, who's looked really good. And if Ingram misses, and Ingram's getting up there in age, then Gus is a great start, even against Pittsburgh Steelers. We're now without Devin Bush. And, Dobbins will probably be the third down back, which he's been even when all the backs are healthy. But Gus Edwards, I like him because he's a good player. He's talented. He looks the part. Again, on a potent offense. Should be a tight game. Should get lots of touches. He can catch the football. That's not really his forte, but he can, But it's not like the Ravens, throw a lot to these running backs anyway. But, and really he's on this list because I struggled to find 5. I always try to give you at least 5, and I was struggling. But, like I said, if Mark Ingram misses, there's a chance he plays. But if he misses, then Gus Edwards is a pretty decent start given, this year's running back climate. And then last but not least, Tua. I know I didn't include any tight ends because these tight ends that are available, like Bryant and Richards or whatever, they're okay. But again, like getting players that are a little more like exciting, have staying power more than a bye-week filler. So Tua, I think Tua could be special. We've already been witnessing how great Joe Burrow looks. Justin Herbert is a top 4 quarterback since he became the starter. So this whole notion that rookies can't produce or be QB1s or whatever is bullshit. And I think Tua could be the next guy. He doesn't have the weapons of a Burrow or a Herbert. You know, he don't got Keenan Allen and all these guys. But Devontae Parker, here's the thing. If you're a good quarterback, though, which I believe Tua is, and an accurate one, you can make your receivers. You know what I'm saying? You think Devontae Adams would be Devontae Adams anywhere else? Probably be good. I don't know if he'd be, arguably top 2 or 3 receivers in the league good. But good quarterbacks make receivers. That's why Peyton Manning, everybody they drafted, ended up being good. You know, even later round picks. Same thing with Brady, undrafted guys. So, and it's not like Devontae Parker is chopped liver or Preston Williams or Mike Gesicki. So I think he has and even Gaskin has looked good. So I think he has enough weapons. He seems like an intelligent quarterback. Definitely, I mentioned an accurate quarterback. Also an underrated athlete because he doesn't really scramble all that much, but he can. So the fact that they benched Fitz playing the way he did tells you a lot of how the Dolphins feel about him. Everything we've been hearing out of camp is that he looks amazing. Even Fitz said this kid could do things that he only wish he could do. So I'm excited about Tua, and that's why he cracks my top 5, because if you need a starting quarterback, he might be your guy, and he's done with his bye. Oh, that rhymed. Okay. So there you have it, guys. My top 5. One hand, 5. JaMycal Hasty, Brandon Aiyuk, Gus Edwards, DJ Dallas, and Tua. I'm not trying to pronounce his last name. It's just Tua, guys. All right. If you have any questions, like always, comment down below. Make sure you subscribe, give it a like. I'm getting way more views. I'm getting likes, and I'm not getting dislikes. So don't be lazy, guys. Show your brother love. All right. I love you guys. Until next time. Peace. We out of here.